You are now tuning in
to DRES.
Supra.
This is DRES Tapes. You are now tuning in. Freestyle podcast getting you through thick and thin. This is DRES Tapes. You are now tuning in. Freestyle podcast getting you through thick and thin. Only pod that got your back. 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 We got your back through thick and thin.
Late Summer on Spotify, Apple Music. Search me up Laos, LOU, $T. Listen to Late Summer.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? It's DRES Tapes. We back with another exclusive interview. We got my boy in here, Laos.
Yeah, I'm in here.
That boy, Jorgito, my boy Jorge. Nah, you don't even want to hear that, man. But hey, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, bro. It's, another great Saturday, bro. Just living, bro. Making music.
Making music, man. That's what we do, right? We're creatives.
Yeah, every day.
Man, what would we do without it? What would we do without it?
I'd still be an artist, but just not music, I guess.
You would find another way of art?
Yeah. I honestly, that's how I kind of started in a different media, and then just kind of switched over to music. It was such an easy transition for me.
Okay. Are you an expressive person? Do you feel like you? Are you very expressive? Is that why you feel like art was always your lane?
Yeah, bro. I think it comes from being a passionate teen and then kind of turning that into I need an outlet for, just to express how I feel about things. Even if it was damn, I can't put it into words, I had to figure out a way to kind of do that. And yeah, I've always been that, that artist kid, growing up. It was just always I was into the arts. Didn't matter what kind of art it was. It was people would play basketball during
Dude, art's important.
Yeah,
art
just all about it.
Is literally what keeps most of us going.
Yeah,
I would think but yeah, man, art is literally what keeps most of us going, right, bro? Yeah. You're an engineer, you're an artist. You're more than just an artist because now you do things behind the music. You see different perspectives. In any way, do you feel sometimes does it block the creativity when you're just focusing so much on the sound and the engineering and
Well, it's a little tricky. It was really tricky at first. Just because I feel it's a new kind of way of being an artist these days. It's you have to kind of be an engineer, and most people have a home setup these days. And a few years ago when I started, I was that kid who I really wasn't into engineering when I was growing up. I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a rapper, a famous rapper at that. So I was all right, I gotta do this shit. I gotta get everything I need. And so
it's that dream, man. It's wanting to be a basketball player, man. We want to be that rapper,
yeah,
man.
No, you gotta get your basketball. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get some time at the gym.
Microphone a little more expensive than a basketball.
Oh man, yeah, no kidding, bro. Especially if you want a decent sound. And I felt I was I don't know how to get a good sound, bro. I suck. And so that kind of sucked. But as I started learning more and more about engineering, I actually kind of prefer engineering myself over having somebody else record me. It's just it's one of those things where I feel if I could do it, and I'm really good at it, why do I have to have somebody else that can do it too? It's just that's just how I feel about it. It's just I'm the best at it.
No,
nobody else.
I admire you for that because you're bro, if I can't be on everybody else's time and I gotta get my shit done, it bro, it drives me crazy sometimes. Sometimes it aggravates me that I have to rely on other people, bro, because for one, I'm a little blind, but that was my excuse for not going to learn engineering and just being so close to the screen and just but hey, it's a powerful tool, bro.
Oh yeah.
Just to be able to record yourself. Really?
Yeah, I feel now I could just pretty much, if I have a mic, an interface, and a laptop, I can get a lot done. Excuse me. Whereas, before I was I need the newest template. I need the newest plugin, bro. I really need that. And it's just, I don't know. It's maybe that's like the programming in me that says like, yo, I need the best, you know, the newest best thing to be good. But really, it just comes from like a place of knowledge.
I think a lot of people think like that nowadays because they think they almost like think that like the technology side and all that is what's gonna carry their sound and like that's gonna make them sound good and like. You know, honestly, it's really just comes from within, bro, and just like showing your character, showing like what makes you different from the millions of other people that are trying to do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
How are you a different fish in the sea? How are you a Gyarados to these Magikarp, bro? Like all these little
I don't know
guppies.
what that reference is, but
Pokemon, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. No, bro. Like, yeah, man. Just like, how are you different from the rest, bro? Like, honestly, it's just because that's the struggle I think these days is like finding yourself and like what is different about you because, man, we all are similar in ways. We all relate in so many ways.
Yeah.
It's like we want to just sit here and be like, yo, I'm so different from the rest. I'm so different from everybody else. And at the end of the day, you close your eyes. We all breathe the same air, eat food to survive, do many of the same things. And we just like, as artists, we like want so much to like find what is different about me. Yeah. You know, how have you been dealing with that? Have you been coping with just finding what's really different about you?
Yeah. I think a lot of people go through that, you know, that phase where they're like, yo, I don't really know who I am. And, you know, some people are like following the train of like what's cool. And they think, yo, if I just follow what's cool, then nobody will question how I'm different because I'm just the norm. I'm just cool. I think once you break out of that mindset, I think, you know, is really just like, what are your preferences? Like what feels like your own, like little thing. I don't know. It's just like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, if you like chocolate ice cream, you know, when you go to like a ice cream parlor and you get your own, and you get to choose like what you want on your sundae, or like you go to Chipotle, you get to choose like what you want in your bowl, or if you want to take that bowl and make it a burrito, or if you want to like disassemble the bowl and make a taco or something. It's just like,
so you're just gonna make me hungry.
No, I'm sorry. I really just ate some food right now. I don't know.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a bigger dude. So
I feel you, bro. It is in a way like an appetite, bro. You're feeding your appetite and like what you want, what you crave. Make your meal your way, right?
Exactly.
We all create
Shout
our own
Burger
meal.
King.
We all go to Chipotle and we want it this way. We have our own way of our burrito bowl or tortilla on the side, whatever.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's how I think about like just being different. Is just taking all these different ingredients. We're still talking about food, but just taking all these different elements and putting them together and saying, this is the stuff that I chose. This is me. This is Laos. This is DRES, you know?
And realizing that it's not so bad to be the same in a lot of ways, but just like obviously as an artist, you know, we strive for that difference, right? You know?
Yeah, it's huge. It's almost like, you know, something's already on the menu or something's already played out. You know,
it's been played a million times.
I know.
A million times.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of artists go through like something where, you know, they're compared to other artists and they're like kind of working towards getting out of that box that people put them in. I think that, you know, I was thinking about this like, you know, the other day. It's just really like when people hear something for the first time or you experience something for the first time, you know, your brain is like trying to relate it to something you already know. Or trying to relate it to something, you know, that's already comfortable to you. And so like when people hear you, they might not be like, it's like they're just trying to draw a comparison to who they think you might sound like, or what does your music make them feel like. And so like for artists out there that feel like they're in that box of like, damn, I feel like I'm not different enough, or people keep saying I sound like this person or that person. It's just like, you got to understand that it's just natural the way that people process content. 100%. It's just like they relate it to what they already know, and eventually you'll be what people already know.
Mm-hmm.
That's
exactly, man. I want to know. The people want to know, man.
Yeah. What's up?
Why are your influences so important to your music? We all have influences, right? It'd be basic to just ask you like, who are your influences?
Yeah.
Right? But like, why are your influences important to what you're doing right now?
The way I think about that is, you know, let's say you're learning about something new, right? And you go to school, like let's say you're learning about English or literature. they don't just say, yo, this is what literature is, and they just show you literature. They give you a bunch of examples to learn from, and they say, look, you gotta, listen, you gotta, sorry, read this person's, stuff, or you gotta read this poem or whatever. And it's just like, that's how powerful, other people's stuff is, because it needs to influence you in a way that inspires you. That's where inspiration comes from. Without inspiration, there's no art.
Yeah, for real. No, because that's really where hip hop spawned, bro. Like, it's all samples, right?
Yeah.
Samples and samples on samples, and people want to like discredit sample beat makers. It's like, come on now.
Yeah, no, that's how it started.
It's
bro.
how it all started. How the heck are
Literally.
you gonna hate on any? It's just people like to be crabs about anything. Everybody likes to rate everything these days. Everybody like. How do you feel about like how everybody just wants to be the biggest critic in the world these days?
Oh man, I just feel like it's in our nature. I feel like in our nature we
It is.
put things against each other and we compare it.
But do you think like the social media and like the Yelp and all that, like rating things and like just having this mindset of like everything has to be rated and like, do you feel like that is like corrupting our way of like just like making music?
I think maybe the amount of exposure and the amount of access that you have to knowledge to critique it is like might be a little damaging towards our youth and stuff, but really like I'm holding true to what I said earlier. I just feel like it's in our nature to say I like my maybe not iPhone, but I like bananas more than apples, you know what I'm saying, or I like music more than writing. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just naturally compare things. And I feel like in the age of the internet...
we naturally rate things. We naturally judge things like instantly.
Maybe not rate,
but
compare for sure.
Compare, contrast, all the same. But like, at the end of the day, your ratings don't matter. Your opinions really don't matter.
Yeah. I like to think that they kind of do. I don't know. I know what you mean. It's kind of like, but
you're free to think that. Just me with the whole rating thing, it's like, okay, you can say something's like a 6 or like something's a 7, but like tell me that like it needs to have better melodies, you need to have better pitches, like you need to sing better. You just need to be better. You sound trash on that part. You're like, you know how I am. You see me when you record me, I'm like, bro, just say if that shit is trash, because me personally, the reason I don't take that personal is because like I feel like I'm the best. Like within, you got to convince yourself that. So like, I'm allowed to say I'm trash.
Exactly.
You're not allowed to say it.
That's what I'm saying. But you're saying that
no one else is allowed to say it. But like I'm bro. If that's trash, bro. Say like. Yeah. But no, I'm not saying like you're allowed to say like, oh, like bro, you're trash. Like you can be like, yo, that was trash. Because at the end of the day, like our final product is gonna be sick, and like what I had in mind, that's what like originally what I had in mind was it to be like that.
Like
sick,
exactly, yeah.
So I'm gonna need you to catch me a little bit as an engineer to be like, yo, that shit is ass. I feel like we should talk about that too, because that's important within engineering and like the relationship with an artist is like you got to be able to just take those punches, bro.
I guess,
and like. Not feel so bad about it, like bro. I think people think I get like worked up too, like I went like more than I really do. I'm more just like so focused on something, and I'm like no, like I'm just like talking like that, but I'm not like in my head.
Yeah.
But like you like me, I don't like. I'd rather like hear the words. Like I'd rather you say like, bro, nah, that doesn't sound good to me. Like, because like then you're gonna be like later on, like you engineer that shit, and you're not even gonna want to listen to it.
Yeah.
Like you engineered that shit and you're not gonna want to listen to it.
Yeah,
like, why? Like why even like waste their time and your time? Just tell them like straight up, bro, like that shit, like nah, bro, like this will help. Not and you gotta let them know too, like not everything I do is like right, of course, but like I do have a better you do kind of need another ear next to you.
Yeah.
Because we're both ears.
Yeah, for sure.
We both have similar minds. We might not think exactly
different tastes,
alike.
Though. I mean, all right. So I hate to cut you off, but I do kind of just want to talk about that briefly.
No. Go.
I think as an engineer, I don't necessarily get a huge kick out of just like pressing a button and recording. Oh. I get a kick out of like, I'm an artist, right? And so when I do engineer services for people like you, DRES, when I'm engineering, I feel like it's my song too. even though it's a little selfish to say, but it's like I feel like it's my song. And so, you know, you might do something, you know, that you're just like trying. I'm just using you as an example. You're just trying something, but if it sounds good, then it sounds good. And if it could use a little work, then I'll say, yo, let's do it again. Try this, try that.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of saying like critiquing harshly, because something about engineering is, you know, artists are like, not you, but some artists are very sensitive.
Bro,
we're sensitive by
listen,
nature.
We're
as
stubborn
artists.
by nature. I'm a stubborn being.
That's you.
But I have to be.
Yeah, I know.
But because like we have to challenge each other and like make it like right.
Yeah.
You know, because like if we're not stubborn with each other, you know, then everything is yes. And then I don't even feel like I'm doing the right thing if you're just saying everything's go. Like, yeah, bro, that's good. I almost feel like I'm like being rushed in the studio. Like, bro, are you sure that's good? Like, yo, are you just saying like that to like move on?
No,
but I don't ask you. I'm not saying you
Yeah.
specifically, but I'm saying I've felt that like
Yeah.
before, you know?
Yeah.
And that, you know.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about that. You know, back when I didn't know how to engineer, I was like paying for studio time. And, you know, I won't say any names, but this engineer that I was working with was very like
You can. You feel free to say any name.
yeah, no, fuck Eli. No, I'm just joking. No, but seriously, like, you know, I would go to this
Eli
engineer.
Manning? What do you got? Beef with Eli Manning? I'm just Manning.
Shout out to the Giants. Yo, but yeah, dude, I mean, I just felt like the engineering from him was very like just get the fuck out of my studio. Like, pay me for what you want.
Business.
And then just get out of here. And so like he'd be on his phone and shit, and I'd be like, yo, you fuck with that? And there was like a lot of like, now when I listen back, I'm like, dude, there was so many like fuck ups that were just like swept under the rug. And that's because I, you know, some engineers are just like, just go, like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. But I produce the hell out of stuff, and if it's something that I know I could fix in post, then I'll just be like, let's run it. It sounds good enough for me consciously to know that I can fix it when I need to. Because engineering is, not only is it producing, because I help produce some of the record, it's also fixing problems. And so if there's a problem, we have to address it or fix it right there, or I can fix it later. But if it's like a melody that has like a really good sound to it and all the lyrics sound cohesive, it's not a problem to me. It might not be 100%. Hitting. It might not be like all the fire. I'll never tell artists that their shit is trash, bro. Like, ever. And that's just because, like, bro, I know what it takes to like release a song, and I get where you're coming from, where you're like, yo, bro, like like, because I'm that way too. Like, I feel like I'm the shit. I feel like I'm the best to ever do it. And so I need people like my girl, or I need people like Caleb at the studio, or Mateo to be like, dude, I don't know about that hook, bro. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Let me get back to the drawing board, because this is my counsel, bro. Like,
bring it back down to earth.
Yeah.
Bro, trust me, I need that humbling shit all the time, man, because this is an ego game, right? Like, this hip hop music, like, you gotta feel your ego super high, and sometimes you like feel it so much it just like erupts, and you just like you lose like so much confidence, and you like gotta gain it back just for it to erupt again. And
it's
like
a roller coaster.
It's a mind F, you know?
Yeah. It's a mind F. Yeah,
bro. But like, you just gotta do it, man. If you love it, you'll just keep climbing back up. You'll just keep climbing back to that point, man. You know. Yeah. And someone as like an artist who still does rely on engineers, you know, you gotta find that like that thin line between like business and like a good relationship if you want to make good music, like
100%.
And without that actual line drawn and like that being there, you won't make, you know, the right music. Product.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why, you know, I make it a goal of mine to create an atmosphere in the studio that's like, yo, we're boys, like, because that's what it is. Like, music is collaboration. What's music without collaboration? It's just like you need to collaborate certain sounds to get a 808. You need a low bass note, and you need a kick drum, or you need like the snare and the hi-hats. It's like you need collaboration in music. I mean, it doesn't even have to be something like us collabing and you have a verse and I have a verse. It's just collaboration on, like, even the simple fact that we're in the same room together is a collaboration, because either you're being affected by my frequency, which is in the song, or I'm being affected by your frequency, and then we learn how to make something great out of it. I mean, my girlfriend, she doesn't make music, but she could be in the studio and I'll just like see how she's interacting with the frequency of the music, and that'll tell me like, yo, this shit hitting, or nah, this shit ain't hitting, bro. Yeah. Or she'll like come up and say something real quick like, oh, babe, you should change that line to like this. I'm like, she's a collaborator. She doesn't even know.
Bro, you've been speaking of her a lot. You want to introduce her real quick?
Yeah, she can come on the pod. She's
come here. Come on the pod real quick.
I won't put her on the spot. I know how she is, but
she's a little camera shy.
Yeah, she likes to be behind the scenes, man. She's a photographer. Hey. She takes all of my photos. She's great.
That's
I love her.
That's what you need, man.
Yeah, shout out to
Someone
Steph.
to hold you down.
Photo X Steph. Go follow her on Instagram.
Is that been the rock? That's been the rock, huh?
Yeah, dude. I mean, ever since we kind of met, it's like, I made the best music. I've gotten the best content.
Music has improved. Have you felt like you've been more consistent? You just like feel more motivated?
In a lot of ways. Yeah, it's just like, it's if you go back and, you think about, improving, most men improve to attract a woman. You know what I mean? Yeah. If we're getting like very like deep, it's like most, like we want to say, yeah, it's just simple. Coming from me, bro. But nah, man, you trying to attract something, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And without losing yourself on the way to that goal, right? Like without like getting out of character and like being like, throwing people under the bus or like doing things. Yeah. You just got to find that like medium ground of just being, chill and
yeah. And then there's a huge power of just being who you are too. And, I feel like once you're with a woman that, you're attracted, and it was like you that attracted that, it only amplifies who you are. And so like in many ways, our relationship pretty much amplifies who I am and what I want and what we want together, so.
I feel that, bro.
Yeah. Having a woman is a cheat code, bro. Get yourself a woman that supports you, bro.
It is very empowering, bro. Like that is, women are the most powerful thing on earth.
Literally.
Yeah. What
they have babies, bro.
What kryptonite is
being real.
What kryptonite is to Superman, like women are the exact opposite.
Yeah, literally.
They make us so much stronger. It's like picking up a freaking crystal and just powering up. Just
hell yeah.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not trying to encourage,
we know
toxic relationships out here. There's a lot. It makes for decent music, but,
no.
It's not worth anything else, I'll tell you that.
Listen, man, it's basic, man. Don't think like the rest of them.
No, you notice that, like, that's pushed heavy in music, just being toxic. What's your opinion on that, bro? I know, this is my interview now. No, but seriously,
we've definitely, I've spoken on that before. It's like I speak on that all the time, bro. It's like stop following the rest of them. First of all, like being toxic is not cool. Like I say this all the time. Being the villain like is portrayed as being cool now in the movies and the shows, bro. It's not cool when you do it. You actually feel like shit.
Literally,
you feel like low to the earth when you do shit like that. So, you got to take that into accountability and just freaking move in a way where you're going to be proud, where you want to make your parents proud. You want to make people proud, everybody around you proud. That's literally my set goal, bro, is just to like make everybody good and make everybody like,
I feel good.
Proud, honestly.
Yeah.
Make mama proud, right?
Dude, that's a goal, bro.
Right?
I think she's already proud, but I want to make her like rich and proud. So that's my goal.
More proud, bro. Exactly. You can never fully repay your parents, bro. I truly believe that. You can give them millions of dollars, bro. Like I can give my parents millions of dollars, bro. It's like it'll never really pay them back.
Nah, man, they raise us. We are them. We are them.
Bro, they gave me they made me this. Like they made me this. They made me into a musical genius. Yeah. They made me into a lyrical genius.
Exactly. All of it.
Into everything, into writing animes, an anime freak. They let me be who I wanted to be.
Wait, did you really write animes or?
I'm writing animes right now as we speak. I write.
Let's go. Shout out to DRES real quick.
Technically, I'm writing mangas because those translate into anime.
Okay.
But manga, Portal XV. I could write a whole list of like the ones I've been like writing. Mm-hmm. Bro, I have a whole manga called Manga, right? The two main characters, so they have the power to be able to like go into any manga or any literature book that they read and like go inside the book. So it's like a story of multiple stories, right?
That's fine.
So it's gonna be like one of my like never ending babies where I can just like constantly make new stories, and like I've made already so many arcs and stories within it. And same with Portal XV, bro. Like I'm just a freak, bro. Like I do too many things. That's why I'm like that's why I'm 29 and I'm like still haven't made it with my rap career and done like all this shit because I like do too much. I can't even do.
That's a big struggle. Let's talk
one.
about that for a
And you know, but like I did the podcast to like focus even more on this, but now it's like even drawing away from. But it's like, you know, it's a lot, man.
I don't know. I feel like these days, bro, you know, it's embraced to have your hand in a lot of things. Whereas I feel like before, like you know that quote, like, you know, a jack of all trades is a master of none. And I used to think that way. I used to be like, dude, I gotta focus on like music or I gotta focus on like hitting the gym and just that. But now it's like, no, man, like, you know.
That's crazy that you bring that up.
I like being in everything too.
Bro, it's crazy that
and we got to get content.
I love that you just said you just said one of my favorite quotes because that's not the actual quote.
Mm-hmm.
How does it go? It's a jack of all trades
is a master of none, but
a master of one is worse than
a master of one is worse than none.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Because you'd rather like do a whole bunch of things than just master one thing. Why are you gonna be good at just one? And I've already felt like I've truly like mastered like lyrical hip hop and just being able to just like be myself and like finding my like, and you know, I've barely grazed like what I've had in my vault because like I feel like I've been so shy to like put out my best music and like do.
Yeah, I've been there too, man.
But I mean,
you know,
and people will say, oh, like just throw your best songs out. Like I don't feel like it's like ready and like the time. It's just there's different things for everybody, you know, as artists. You know, I'll say if like it does sound ready and the quality's ready, just go for it. But you know, you got a lot. Like me personally, I don't stop, so I have like at least 200 songs unreleased. You know,
oh yeah,
like
yeah, same here, bro. Yeah,
you know,
yeah, they've been in the vault since like fucking
and not recorded though, like just like written. And I'm like, I just know they're so good and powerful. You know, you ever do that? You ever just like hold your like back your like great shit and you're just like,
yeah, and in some ways it's one of my biggest regrets, just like because you know when we make something we hold it so close because we're like, this is the best thing ever, I can't believe I made this, and we kind of hold it tight because we're like, it's not ready yet, or or you just play it like a clip of it, you know, from your phone every now and then, and you're just like, oh my god, I can't believe this, like I made this. And that's how we accumulate so many records that never see the light of days, because we make it and then we kind of just let that feeling that we have for that record just kind of transfer over to the next thing. And so like people never get that energy that is in that song that we love so much. It's, you know, I heard an interesting quote from Russ. Like,
you have to refine the energy almost, like, you know, and and someone like me, I tend to feel like I can like remember like how I felt in that time, and like I bring myself back. I don't know. It's not easy. What was that? What did Russ say? What did the legendary Russ?
Yo,
I love Russ. I hate that he gets so much hate.
Yeah. We love to hate Russ. I mean, we hate to love Russ.
Why? No, nah, fuck you, bro. Yo, Russ
is fire, bro.
Like when Russ first got hated on, like that whole like Lil Pump shit, like, you know, fuck Russ, and he made that a big deal. Like, bro, I was a Russ fan, and like I remember my boys like asked me like, oh, like you listen to Russ? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like,
Russ
what?
The shit, bro. What?
Bro, it's like, bro, you like you know he's a whack white rapper and this and that. Oh, you listen to Russ? Like, it was like a big deal, bro. Like,
I can't believe.
Like, listen, I didn't like his whole catalog, but like he has plenty of good songs, bro. Yeah, man.
You know, I kind of hate the whole like, yo, he's a white rapper. We don't accept that. It's just like
he looks like a little Italian. He looks like a little Italian mobster. Fucking dude.
I fuck with that vibe. That's cool. Like, I feel like the music is the music, bro.
Who cares?
People are still hung up about, you know, stuff that labels, you know, record labels. I mean, kind of like ensued on hip hop. Like, yo, you have to look a certain way. You gotta have the chains. You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to a lot of things, bro. Like, like
that shit's
I
outdated.
I have a friend, like you said, no names. 'Cause that's a little personal. But he will literally go on to say like he won't even listen to like Rick Ross because he was fat, or like he hated Biggie because he was way too fat. Like,
what the fuck? One of our legends, bro.
Think about it. But bro, like obviously he's just like, you know, he's just talking out his ass. And some people are just very like one-sided. He was a huge Tupac fan.
Well, you know,
he was a huge Tupac fan. So also he like hated Biggie. So it's like, you know, but not everybody sees like just the art in all of it. You know,
are you really a creative that loves hip hop if you can't like accept both and just accept that they're both
some
legends?
of the fat people are the craziest rappers,
Yeah,
singers, bro, like vocalists.
Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. So people tell me like, yo, I see you, bro. I would have never expected you sound like that, bro. And it's like, music has no limits, has no bounds. It's not just like, yo, you know, I know for a fact that person can sing really well. It's just,
I like that you said that, bro, because I've heard that a million times. Like, oh, I wouldn't expect you to sound that like that, or like you, bro. Of course you wouldn't expect that because you're not in my shoes, or you have no idea who I am, bro. Exactly. I'm still finding out every single day, bro. And I said that earlier, bro. Like every single day, I'm still finding out fucking something, bro.
Something
new
about yourself,
you know, and just still like, you know, trying to find. I definitely like feel like I'm someone who has found my sound, but never want to find it. Right? Because I feel like once you really find it, you become boring. You like, that's just like the end. And like a lot of people who do find their sounds, artists, Wayne, Ludacris, the legends, don't get me wrong, like people who just found their sound, they found it and they lose it. They lose themselves because they found their sound. Yeah. So really finding your sound is just repeatedly finding yourself over and over again. Just keep finding yourself within the music, and like then you will keep finding your sound. Yeah. Like rather than just focusing and like fixating on just like, oh, let me find this new sound, but I gotta go with the new flows. Like, I took the wall. Like, you know, you don't gotta do all that. You don't gotta do that, bro. Like you can literally just like, what makes me like happy, bro, and like I'm gonna do that and like make that my thing. Yeah. You know.
I just feel like, you know, art has no bounds. And you brought up like an interesting point about like sometimes what happens, like very unfortunately with fucking some artists, they find like a sound that sticks and they're like, yo, this sound is what sold 1 million copies, so I gotta do it again. And that's what creates oftentimes like their worst product, is when they're like chasing the high of something else. I think you top your last success by trying to find that feeling of making that product. That's how you make a better product, is you chase that feeling that you did like before and you accomplished it with your last successful product, not trying to replicate the product and trying to be like, yo, I know that if I just use the same kind of like sounding beat and I just kind of rap and sing on it the same way, same topic, like it'll hit. Just like, nah, bro, like what about that song inspires people? What about that song makes it a hit, bro? That's what people should kind of like go after, that feeling of like, yo, this is the best thing I ever made. That feeling right there that we feel, you know what it's like, bro. We're in the studio and you're like, oh my God, this is fucking it. That feeling right there, that's the fucking feeling that sells, bro. Not the feeling of, yo, yes, another hip hop record. Those records suck. Like, yo, like, I don't know, like Lil Baby has this new record called Hey, something, hey. And it's just like, where is the feeling there? There's like, I feel like him in the studio, he couldn't have been happy with that song.
Did he lose his hunger? I mean, a lot of artists tend to lose their hunger, bro, because he literally came from nothing. He never really even wanted to be a rapper, like growing up, and like it just like so happened to be like he was in that realm, and he like was selling drugs to a lot of the biggest artists. He was around the biggest rappers. You know, he wanted to feed his family. You can't blame him. He wanted to do a lot of things, and he found like a super cool sounds. He had really cool beats.
Bro, Lil Baby is fire. Like some of his music is actually fire, and I've never heard anything like it. But then sometimes I hear stuff that's like, I mean, I just use him as an example. I don't hate Lil Baby.
You gotta understand.
I just want to put that out there.
You gotta understand us and like a lot of like true artists, like we're gonna we do music every day, so we hear the mediocrity like when other artists do mediocre things, and they're gonna have a lot of yes men around them. They're gonna have a lot of people, bro, you little baby, bro, it don't matter what you do on the track, bro. A B C D E F G, bro, it don't matter, bro. You're gonna sound raw.
I mean, that's the thing.
But like,
here's my take on that, bro. If A B C D E F G sounds fire to you in the moment when you're making it, people are gonna think it's fire too. If you don't believe in the product, it's not gonna sell.
Do you feel
it's
like
not gonna
Drake
do well.
has a lot of yes men around him these days?
I haven't heard one Drake song that I'm like, this sucks. I got to be honest about that.
Okay, then we're in a different
bro.
position.
This guy is a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? This guy has all the money in the world to make sure that his product is the best product.
Because he's Drake, bro.
I love Drake,
He
bro.
can do anything.
Yeah.
He literally has his own theme park. Not
Yeah.
literally. I'm just saying, like, in this hip hop shit, he literally could do anything.
Yeah. I think he's one of the greatest, for sure.
He is.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I don't
always
mean
drop.
just-
He
yeah.
doesn't always drop quality shit like he used to, and he doesn't always consistently drop quality shit like he used to.
Bro, he's just one of
He's
the best.
still one of the best, and that's the thing. He
Yeah.
is the best, and nobody has like really like grazed that his popularity yet. So like he's very much comfortable. I love Drake.
Yeah, bro. And I think
But,
that's because he yo, do you like see how many, there's been so many phases of Drake, bro. Like there's been so many phases. Like there's been so many, and that's because he's constantly
He's the same person bro. I've listened to his music from
the sounds are different though, bro.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do you think that's what I'm getting to, bro? Like it sounds way different. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's why I feel like he has a lot more yes men around him, bro. Like he's obviously like Drake. We could sit here and obviously know that me and you are very influenced by Drake.
Yeah.
Our entire generation is
The
very
best-selling
influenced
artist.
by Drake. You would be a liar if you're just doing music.
I fucking hate Drake, yo.
and you can
no.
people that like hate
I really
Drake.
love you.
People that hate Drake are probably just like people that like really box themselves into a point where they're like, this is my sound. I'm super lyrical.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm more lyrical than you.
Yeah.
I'm more lyrical than these lyrical guys, and they still act like that.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's one of those things
I like, bro, you gotta like learn to like appreciate music too, like, cause not everybody needs to like absorb music like with straight knowledge. Like me, you know, I like to listen to a lot of music with like something that's gonna teach me, or like things that are like, you know, a little more articulate. But not everybody's gonna be exactly like that.
Yeah.
Nor are you gonna be in the same exact mood to listen to that shit every second, because you will drain yourself of any genre in music if you just listen to the same genre. Like,
yeah, you gotta diversify your palette, you know, with music.
100%, man.
Yeah.
What's your biggest like genres, like influences other than hip hop though?
Shit. All right. Well, you know, I'm a firm believer that music is kind of genreless these days. But that's kind of vague, so I'm gonna kind of go into it a little bit. So I love like pop music. Pop music is a combination of everything. I know that sounds like pop, but
you know, I gotta say this because I've talked about this on this pod before. Where is pop really a genre?
it's every genre in one.
Exactly. I've talked about that before. Where I'm not even sure if it's just like really a genre. It's like it's been classified like after the whole like, you know, white people tried to take the R&B sound in the 90s with the, you know, NSYNC and shit, but like, bro, it was just like taking a bunch of different elements of sounds and songs and like putting it into one and making it pop, which is what they still do. The Dua Lipas, the Ariana Grande,
and it's fire. You can't deny how good that music is. You know why? Because it's literally all the best shit put together, bro. That's why I think I think music is just doesn't have a genre anymore. Because we're pulling, like, even if you're making folk music, you're pulling elements from hip hop, you know, via like drums or like drum patterns, or like you're pulling from like African roots with some of your congos, or it's just like music is kind of in a place right now where it's like it's just music, bro. I don't believe in genres anymore. I feel like
hip hop has done that. If anything,
yeah, and that's why I love hip hop. Hip hop is every
now
genre.
the biggest genre in the world, other than maybe reggaeton, pop and reggaeton. We've argued with that before.
Oh, really?
In the podcast.
Oh, shit.
So it's like They're all up there, right? I mean, hip hop just influences so many people in the world right now. So like,
people that don't even speak English, they're fucking rapping Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Bro,
you know what I mean? It's like, you know.
It's the influence that matters, bro.
Yeah,
it really is.
Music from other countries, they're making hip hop too. It's just, you know, not in English.
Because hip hop is in pop.
Yeah.
Pop is what sells the most, right?
Yeah.
What is Dua Lipa doing? She's getting features. She's getting a DaBaby feature.
Yeah.
Like I've said this so many times, bro. Like, it's just all marketing. It's just all like, you know, what.
Yeah. How do I get these people's fans?
What works in this crowd and this crowd? Like, you know, being able to like bring them together. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're gonna bring like what elements of your roots do you feel like you're gonna bring into your music?
That's funny, bro. I mean, look, I think we're both Hispanic. And so not right now, but I think that there's a time where I'll start to bring a little bit more of, you know, my Spanish heritage and just bring some of that into the music. But in many ways, I feel like it's there, just, you know, under the surface of what I do. It's always there. It's a part of me, bro. It's a part of my identity. It's like,
yeah.
You
You
know?
ever feel like one day you'll try to tackle some like Spanish songs, or you'll try to like?
I've tried. I can't lie. I've tried. It's just,
he's more fluent than me. He should be writing Spanish
Un
songs. At least
poquito.
bro.
No.
I'm sorry, bro, but come on.
Yeah,
you can do it, man. If I can do it, I'm sorry, man. You can do it too, man.
I think it's doable, but right now in my career, I don't think that you know, doing it at that capacity of like actually singing the whole song in Spanish is necessary right now for what I want to do. But I think it's fun.
Bad Bunny is the hottest artist in the world.
I know,
right?
I love Bad Bunny, bro.
And listen, I don't like because me personally, I didn't like start doing Spanish music because of Bad Bunny. I'm gonna like
That's good.
Get that out of the way.
That's good.
It was actually it was me from the beginning. I always wanted to do it anyways, and like I actually like have wrote songs prior and like had been like, you know, kind of like experimenting with it. But like it was more like a Becky G. I don't know if you know Becky G.
Yeah.
When she translated to Spanish, I really saw how her career like took
off.
that skyrocket.
She's doing commercials in Spanish and shit.
What's that?
There's even Orlando artists too that were doing English, like Noemi is one that's from Orlando. She's doing Spanish. Now she's on YouTube Premium. And
Oh yeah.
Bro, it's just it's
heard
definitely a market. I mean, you know, there's so many like English isn't the most popular language, bro. Spanish is like pretty up there in terms of popularity.
No, it is, bro.
Language.
Like her and even like Camila Cabello, how she kind of like infuses.
Yeah, she's
like,
doing Spanish.
She infuses her pop sound, like her pop music, with like that Latin feel, and I like. To me, I don't know. I love women artists. First of all,
Yeah,
to me, I like that influenced me to be like, bro, I have to like start using my roots too, and like.
Yeah.
And use that to my advantage, bro.
Yeah.
Like, why not use that to your advantage, you know?
It's coming, you know? You gotta call me Laust, you know,
Laust.
in Espanol. I don't even know how to say that in Spanish.
Hey.
Laust in Espanol. Yeah.
Laos. Hey, Laos.
Yeah.
Laos.
Laust.
Laos. You don't need to do all that, bro. Why?
Hey, bro. I don't know.
Laos. Hey, nah, that sounds good too.
Laust. That's just
Hey, man.
like,
shout out your Instagram real quick, though.
yeah,
Laos
yo, follow me. Laust
47
on Instagram.
with
Twitter.
a money sign as the dollar. Or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
S.
The S is all right. So the S is the $sign on streaming platforms, but not on Instagram.
Not on
It doesn't let
Insta?
me- No,
Okay. No, wait. You can't do that on Instagram, can you?
no. But on Spotify, Apple Music, it's LOU $sign.
Wait, hold up real quick. We got to tackle this. So
Yeah.
you told me one time that you had the 47 because you used to really like Joey Badass. and
Yeah,
Pro.
yeah.
If you know me truly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very influenced by the pro era movement.
Oh,
by
dude,
the
yeah,
whole
hell yeah.
Joey Badass. Like me, like a whole part of my persona, and like what I'm going for as like my entire like artistry is
Yeah.
like a big influence of Joey Badass and all of them.
Yeah, just a little fun fact. The first concert I ever went to was a Joey Badass concert.
That's nuts.
Yeah, shout out to Veronica for buying the ticket. We went. Yeah, but it was, bro.
How was that? How was that?
It was a smokers club event. So like I was like 15, 16, and they were throwing like a bunch of like paraphernalia for weed. And I remember I went home, bro, and my mom found it, and I was like, "What the fuck? What is this?" Like, you know.
Oh, you were still legit.
Yeah, I was legit. I
forget, bro. He's like, bro.
I just want to put it out there. I am a younger person. All right, I'm younger than Dre's.
Don't got you, bro. First of all, nobody knows my age.
You said it earlier.
Well, yeah. Well, I told you.
People don't know.
But I'm saying like the podcast, like, but yeah, man. I feel like, age is just a number, bro. You do it at your own pace. Everything happens when it happens.
Me, I'm
But
47 years old.
No, I
bro.
just got like a vibe more like 26, 27. That's what I thought. I thought he was like, right?
A lot of people say that
I
about
thought he
me.
was like, me, bro. This guy thought I was 20. Like, I was at the dog park walking my dog.
Yeah.
He's like, bro. He was like, oh, you down to like chill and smoke? I'm like, no, I don't really like. No, in my head, I'm like, I don't really do. I don't do that. I was like, I don't do that with just like, I don't like make new friends. Like, in my head, yeah. Oh yeah, cool.
I kind of encourage.
But he was like, oh, like how old are you? I was like, bro, how old do you think I am? He's like, yeah, like 23. I was like, damn.
The fuck, dude? What are you trying to fucking do?
But it's like maybe if I'm just standing there, I'm not talking. Maybe I do look like 23.
Nah, you look
depending on what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you wear a suit and shit. It's like, oh, this guy's of age.
If I wear a suit, get lined up.
Yeah, man.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Let the hair grow out too. It's all about facial hair, bro. That gives us age.
Yeah, man. That's how I got into all these clubs when I was 18 and shit.
Bro, opposite of me, bro. I could not get that to grow when I was young.
You know what's funny, bro? I used to think that I had a really good beard when I was 18, and it was not good.
And you look back on pics and you're just
I'm like, how did they let me in with that? Like, what the fuck? That was shit. I don't know.
Like, no young guy would have that ugly of a.
I know. Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. I grew this out first, so I kind of had like an under beard for a while.
Bro, you still look young, bro. You still give super young vibes, bro.
Shout out to being young, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
funny.
okay. Steph is awesome, and she's here. She sent me the whole quote that we were talking about earlier about jack of all trades. I'm just gonna read it really quick. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.
A master of one.
Of
okay,
one.
master of one. Yeah, because why would you? No, it's not better.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, I'm a master of all, but that's a little selfish. But yeah.
But then if you have that mentality, you will not learn or grow.
That's true.
Because
then I'm humbled
bro,
sometimes.
Yeah.
That I'll meet an engineer is like way better than me, or I'll meet an artist
bro.
that's
Well,
like
that's
doing
what
it
I tell
and making
people all
money.
the time, bro. Like, I was like, there's like, as smart as I feel and as smart as I am, like, I'm smart because I'm willing to like just
learn.
Like, I'm willing to like, realize when somebody knows more about something, has more knowledge about something, and just like let them like teach me or let them, help me, because we need help in this world, bro. Like, we need teams. We need, like, as much as we wanted to do it by ourselves, right? You're an engineer. You wanted to do everything by yourself. You wanted to just be an artist and just like not rely on anybody. At the end of the day,
I needed the people that I needed at the time. Dude, I remember, a few years ago when I was like, all right, I'm going to do this for real. I'm going to learn how to engineer. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to do everything, bro. I already have a background in like visual arts. And so, I did that for pretty much half of my life now. But I was like, yo, I'm going to fucking engineer my own songs. I'm going to mix and master it. I'm going to do the cover art. And I'm going to figure out how to fucking market and promote it. And, that was my mentality back then. But I wasn't ready to do it.
Was it because like you wanted to like budget, or was it because like you just like didn't want to rely?
Yeah,
there's a thin line too, because sometimes I've done that just like on budget terms and just been like, oh,
I could just do it. Yeah, I know.
Like
it was a little bit
like
of both.
I was doing shit on Logic and like recording myself and like maybe if I just do it by myself. But at the end of the day, I had to like come to terms with like, oh, there's certain things that people do better.
Some people are fucking like, all right, look, I'm a decent engineer, but there's some engineers that dedicate their whole lives to that one aspect of my life. Like some engineers, they literally get a kick out of just engineering, and they're like, how can I mix this better? How can I just be the best engineer? Whereas I look at music that I work on as how do I make this better? But how do I put my spin on it? How do I just make it better? I don't know.
It's the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Bro, it's being just like we just said, bro, jack of all trades. It's important, bro, to have that. You just think about the guy, who already, he has his job in his mind, he has his career, and like all he does is focus on working out, right?
Yeah.
He just works out, right? Yeah. You can work out every day. You have nothing else to worry about. Like, you're not trying to be creative and like make something like new, or like, you might do like workout videos and build off of that. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, bro, like, that's easy to me to just work on one thing. I work out and I'm fit, right? And I work out, I work out at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Hell yeah.
But like, that guy who gets to work out for hours every single day and just like be consistent.
Twice a day. Yeah, those guys.
Like, and not like worry about like doing music, podcasts, animes, movies. I'm going to be a movie star one day. Like, bro, like people like me, like can't just do one thing, bro. I know you feel that, you know? It's like, how can you just do one thing? Like,
I'm just, when people ask me like, who are you? I say I'm an artist, because like that means I do everything, bro.
Me, I say, like, when they say who am I say I'm Andres. Like, I don't say I'm a rapper. I don't say I'm all that, because like I have all of that artist in one, bro. Because I don't identify as just the artist, because a lot of people like to separate their artist self from themselves. And me, your artist self is you. Like, exactly. That's everything you are, bro. And I've talked to people who like actually do, they kind of separate that aspect of themselves, where it's like, I'm the artist, when I'm doing this and doing music, like this is my confidence, but this is like me, like separate, like, which means you don't have confidence, right? You have to like feel like you have a separate ego or like a separate person inside you, which if you can truly convince that's you, that you are the artist, you're in control of all of that. Yeah. That's what makes you the ultimate artist, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think, thank you. I do think I'm the ultimate artist. I don't know if that was a compliment, but I'm just going to take it. I think like,
I was speaking in general, but yes, like, to you too, man. All of us, bro. I mean, you have plenty of talents, bro, to be able to just record yourself, to be able to sing, to write lyrics, and just do it all yourself, bro. Like, just know a lot of people, would want to be able to do that too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't take it for granted ever. And there's some really good people that help along the way, like my journey thus far, like better engineers than me, better rappers than me, better singers than me, better vocal producers than me, but they all see that there's something that they like, and they're like, I want to help. I've never paid for like somebody.
But they use moments to be better than you, right? Yeah. Not every second of the day are they just better than you. No. Because they built this up and like worked it to like be like better than you in this song, bro. It just takes one song to feel like you're better than this other artist. Yeah. 2 songs, and that's how it builds, bro. Yeah. Your confidence, man. It's all stems from that. And we're going to talk about the music, man. So we're going to talk a few about the songs, because I want to know, what inspired Peep My Vibe, what inspired Late Summer, what was the inspiration behind, all your music?
All right.
At least so as of recent, because, it's always going to change.
Yeah. So something that me and you have in common is, compiling all these songs and never really like releasing them. I'm starting to like let go of that habit that I have, but,
I also don't have the resources to.
Yeah, no, I feel like I have the resources, but then sometimes there's so many excuses why we don't do something. I mean, everybody
exactly, and that's my excuse, and I need to like know that it's my fault. Exactly. I didn't learn how to engineer. I didn't go to school. I didn't like.
You always can,
I just
no, dude. You don't have to. You don't have.
Not my thing. It's not my thing, man. Engineering and all that.
I used to make beats. I sucked and I quit. That's why. Like I used to be like, yo, I can make the beats too,
bro.
Like back in the other.
You gotta take time.
Yeah. No, I just realized that I want to be.
We all sucked at what we started at first. I sucked at like
I sucked at music too, low key first. Yeah. But anyways, so Late Summer, bro. A general theme that happens, every year for me is like every time the summer comes around or like it's about to come around, I'm like, yo, this is going to be my summer, bro. People going to see. I start losing weight. I start feeling really good.
You're trying to take over one of these summers.
I know. And
you going to look good. You going to get that beach bod. And
every year I do the same thing. I mean, it's since I was like 18. And so every year I've been doing that. And then when the time actually comes to show out, I let my insecurities get the best of me sometimes, where I'm like, yo, maybe I'm not fit enough to do music videos. I'm not fit enough to be in photos. Or I'll be like, yo,
man,
my music's not good enough to release yet.
It's all about the swag and the clothes, man.
I know, I know that now, but every summer I just kind of like talk myself out of it and then been like, all right, well, next year. And then I would do the whole thing, get better at making music.
Letting those excuses.
I know, yeah. And so like, you know.
It happens, man, to all of us.
Yeah. So late summer, it happened again this past summer where I geared up for the summer and I was like, man, I got everything now. I got the vibes. I'm looking good. I got a kick-ass girlfriend, takes my photos. Like, I'm ready, bro.
That's his real confidence right there.
Yeah. any real man would tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, I'm ready. And then
was she the inspiration for the songs?
Fuck yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. No. All right.
Like,
look,
wait,
look,
whoa.
All
She
right.
said no.
Well, because that goes back to like some of these songs on Late Summer were old songs that I made 2 years ago, a year ago.
So they were made like for nobody. There was like nobody like behind. Like, yeah. No, I have a
there's
trust
one
me,
song.
I have a lot of those songs, bro. We make love songs with just nobody in mind, right? We just fall in love with music. Nah, man. We just fall in love with music so much, bro, that
Music
we just like
is
we
my
make it
girlfriend,
about a
bro.
girl. Like music is the girl, right?
Yeah. So all right. So Late Summer, you know, the summer passed me by, and I was like, fuck. But I still got all these summer anthems, bro. Like I was ready. What the fuck happened? And so I was ready to switch gears again and be like, all right, next year I'll do it. And then, you know, I had a conversation
wait a whole nother year
with Caleb on my team,
when
and
it's recorded.
yeah, it was, the songs were already done though. And so I was like, I had this moment where I was like, all right, I can move on and change up gears and try something else, or I could just finally break this curse of like
You not
holding.
dropping?
Yeah, and I was like, and then it all felt like it was coming together in like a really spiritual way where I was like, you know what, this feels right, bro. Like me putting this together and finishing it it feels right. And you know what I'm gonna call it? I'm gonna call it Late Summer because I missed the summer, but it doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna let that have control over me.
You don't miss any opportunity unless you don't take it.
Yeah.
You know.
And so I took that opportunity, finished the songs, got really excited about it because it rekindled that feeling of like, yo, this is the best thing ever. And then I let it go, I put it out, and I have no regrets, man. You know.
That's awesome, man.
Then
And it makes you feel good just to sing along. How does Peak
Yeah.
My Vibe? So when you
I
sing
love
that,
Peak My Vibe.
you know, you were working for your summer bod. when you sing that song, do you just like feel like you got that summer bod,
Yeah.
like as you just singing along?
I feel like when I hear Peak My Vibe and I sing it, it kind of overrides that feeling of the physical. It's almost like this is me, like this is my vibe. Can you peep it? Like, it's like I'm pouring who I am over
see my life,
wax.
like see into my life. This is my vibe.
Yeah,
you
like
know.
that was the whole concept of Peep My Vibe. I mean, you know, you could also kind of analyze it like it may or may not have been about a woman or several women, but it was kind of like, you know, when you attract something into your life, it's almost like you're not chasing it. You're just like, yo, do you see it though? Like, is this something that you would want in your life? And so, Peep My Vibe. I got what you need. It's like, I got what you need. Whether I'm talking about Stephanie here, my beautiful girlfriend, or if I'm talking about, you know, the casual listener that might have heard my song on Instagram or something.
Anyone you want to shout out, like that helped the project? That,
Oh,
like,
fuck
that,
yeah, I do.
You know,
I got
that
so many
you know,
credits.
that influenced it, that, you know, in any way helped.
Loused. No, I'm just joking.
Whoa,
I'm joking,
bro.
I'm joking.
You know a couple of guys going to look at you.
No. But,
Just playing.
all right, so I do have to give out some flowers right now. First has to go to my boy John Sarah. He makes all of my beats.
Okay.
We've been working
Sarah,
together
shout
for
out.
years. He's believed in me since like 2018, 2017 when, you know, I bought my first beat from him and he was just like, dude, this is fire. What the fuck? Who are you? Like, you know, let's work. And then from there, you know, he sends me
so y'all
beats
met
every
through
month.
the music. You didn't already know it. That's what's up.
Yeah. And so like he's held it down for years and years. And that's why like we've grown together. Like his beats are getting better and better and my music is getting better and better because of it, but also because I'm growing too. And so it's one of those relationships that I feel like you know, it'll last and it'll go
That's
into
a
the
good
future.
thing to have, bro. To have a good relationship with like someone that makes like, you
I'm
know,
so
the
fortunate.
beats you like, the beats you have.
Yeah,
Like,
so fortunate.
Go get Late Summer on Spotify, Apple Music. Search me up Laos, LOU, $T. Listen to Late Summer.
Yo, here to wrap up Senpai Tapes with my boy Laos. It was a great interview. We wrapping things up, man. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me, bro. It was great.
Yeah, man. I appreciate everyone coming, man. And we gonna wrap it up. Woo! Vent with me. The time that you spent with me stays rent free up in my memory. It's a pie farewell. A pie farewell. It's a pie farewell. It's a pie farewell. Vent with me. The time that you spent with me stays rent free up in my memory. It's a pie farewell. A pie farewell. It's a pie farewell. It's a pie farewell. Farewell. Farewell.